up, protect your chains, and make sure your Broncos coverage isn't...
Hello, listeners, and welcome back to the IN-COM-PLETE podcast, where your coast-to-coast hosts provide you with news, coverage, and opinions of all things Denver Broncos, plus anything else that is on our minds. I am Ty, and unfortunately, I am not joined by my wonderful co-host and best friend Kelly, because she is in the midst, well, not in the midst, she is traveling for the holiday season and could not make it, which is very sad. I'm very heartbroken. But it's probably a good, guess it's a good thing because that way we don't have to have her stressed out after this loss. But fear not, as you all saw this morning on Instagram or our Twitter, I am joined by a very special guest. Let me find the intro before we get there. Joining me tonight, there it is a Broncos fan that lives in enemy territory because, as Kelly would say, fuck the Raiders. Just glad she is a fan of the correct team. So, incomplete listeners, we welcome Britt to the podcast.
Hi. Oh my gosh. Hello. Thank you so much, Ty. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I'm glad you can join us. Or join, I guess you say join me since Kelly's not here.
Yeah, no, I would love to meet Kelly too sometime. You guys sound like so much fun together. I want to join in.
If you talk to Steph Salazar, you could get like first world experience from her. So,
oh my gosh. Okay, noted.
But for the first time in 3 months, the Denver Broncos suffered a loss, and I am very sad about it.
Same.
Well, okay, I'll say this. I wasn't as sad about it because Kelly and I talked about this for like weeks. Yeah. We had a feeling that a loss was going to come at some point. And the fact of the matter is that we were thinking that we should get the loss out of the way, because it would be just too much pressure if we went on this, what would it have been, a 14-game winning streak going into the playoffs. That would have completely amplified the pressure of keeping because when we calculated it, that was 14 straight wins. So then we would need to win 3 more. So winning 17 games in a row is not easy.
No, it's not. And it's funny you say that because I have a coworker who is a diehard Broncos fan as well. And we were talking about this actually 2 weeks ago, right after the Raiders win. And we were talking about how we were like wanting to make sure the team experiences a loss. As messed up as that sounds, don't come for me. But I mean, I kind of had a feeling it was going to be against Jacksonville. I mean, Trevor Lawrence has been looking really good this season, which, side note, I'm happy for him. Like, when he got drafted, I was a huge, like, okay, let's see what this kid does, because I really think he can do some really great things, and we've seen glimmers of it. I think it's just taken the right coaching and the right team for him to experience this. It just sucks that it handed us the first loss in 3 months.
Oh, absolutely.
But
when I was thinking about it, like, if there was a game that I'd be completely okay losing, it would have been the Packers, since it wouldn't have impacted us that much as far as tiebreakers and things go like that. But when we beat the Packers, I was like, ooh, like we beat a really good team. Let's see if we can keep it going against another really good team. Honestly, Jacksonville has really surprised me this year. But it's like, as you said, I think they've got the right coach in play, and then they've got the players. So it was only a matter of time that everything was going to click.
Yeah, for sure. And, shout out to Travis Hunter, who's on the Jags and came from CU. I was stoked, honestly, that he ended up going to them too, because I wanted him to be an asset for Trevor Lawrence because, he's a likable guy, but he's just wearing the wrong color.
Yeah. It was actually a real shame that we didn't get to go up against him because he got hurt. I think it was, 4 weeks or so before we were supposed to play the Jaguars. He got hurt and was shut down for the year.
Yeah, unfortunately. But I mean, this is also like, speaking of injuries, like just the season of ACL tears.
Mm-hmm.
Knock on wood, cross fingers. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Right. Yeah, see, we've had
14 people now?
something.
Well, no. Well, yes, because Minshew tore his, but does need surgery.
No, they actually found out that his ACL is still intact. Just the injury itself is just going to keep him out the rest of the year.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, because going on a short week with that knee injury, like I was going to highly doubt he was going to play either way.
100%.
But we've had Mahomes, we've had we had Mahomes and Parsons on the same week.
Yeah, that was, I mean, against us too for Parsons. That's when I knew, though. Like, I feel bad saying this, but that's when I kind of knew. I was like, oh my God, we're probably going to win this. Like, against Parsons for sure.
Yeah, and I think, and we were talking about this last week, I don't think, well, Parsons was creating pressure, but he wasn't like impacting the game as much as we all thought he would. But yeah, just having that constant pressure and him not being on the field after that, I think kind of eased up Bo Nix for the most part.
Yeah, I think so too. And I know we're going to talk about the Jags Broncos game, but one thing that I did see broadcasting wise that kind of bothered me about the Packers Broncos game was did you catch Ryan Clark saying it's Bo Nix's fault Micah Parsons tore his ACL?
Yeah, there's been a lot of theories about, it's Bo Nix's fault. It's the Empower Field at Mile High's turf's fault.
Oh my gosh, I know. I was like, it's a no contact injury. My husband's an athletic trainer, and he knew the moment he saw like the slow replay. He goes, it's his ACL. Like every time someone's torn one in the 7 years I've been with him, he's like, ACL. MRI comes out the next day, it's an ACL. I'm like, holy cow. But I think something needs to change and protect the players. Yeah. Whether it's we go back to real grass, which I don't know how sustainable that is for a lot of places anymore. I mean, the Penner organization's been really good about replacing our turf at home, which shout out to them for that. So
absolutely.
Just interesting.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this has been a very weird, I don't even want to say a weird season, because I can't say weird because Denver's 12-3. So I take that over being 5-12 anytime. But but yeah, it's just like, it seems like, and you can even look at the AFC, for example. Patrick Mahomes not going to make the playoffs. You have Lamar Jackson, who his team's probably not going to make the playoffs. No. The only quarterback, I think there's like a stat, the only quarterback that has more than like 4 to 5 games of playoff experience that's in the playoffs right now is Josh Allen.
And the Bills look like they're firing on all cylinders again, which has me a little worried.
Yeah. Well, I think the good thing is I don't think we have to worry about facing them until and there's been a lot of predictions that it's going to be Broncos versus Bills in the AFC Championship game, which I don't want to go back to, I think it was 1992 when we lost to them 10-3 or 10-7 because we fumbled the ball and they returned it for a touchdown. I was like, geez, that was the play that sealed it away for us. But yeah, I mean, if that does happen, you're not going to see me complain about it, but I would be concerned if we play the Bills.
100%. Same here.
Yeah. But we're going to focus into this game that we just played, because this game between Denver and Jacksonville very well could be a preview of possibly an AFC divisional matchup.
100%. Yeah.
And
it definitely is one to watch.
And we all know the history of Denver versus Jacksonville when it comes to regular season and even playoffs. It's a mixed bag, but mostly revenge driven in a sense.
Yeah, which is another reason why I'm okay that we took this L, because it just fuel for the fire.
Yep. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So unfortunately, the Broncos did lose 34-20. There was it was really hard for me to come up with some things that were good about this game because it just seemed like it was like a back and forth. Like Jacksonville throws a punch, then Denver throws one right back, and then Jacksonville throws one, Denver throws one right back. Then Denver throws one that seems to wobble Jacksonville where Denver could get the knockout punch, but then somehow they're able to get their wits about them and throw like 4 or 5 straight without any response. And it's like, nope, this is over.
Yeah, no, I just feel like we couldn't capitalize when it mattered. Like we just kept getting, third down, okay, bad calls, people just dropping the ball, fumbling the ball, like we just couldn't move. And I was like, wait a second, like we're looking pretty shaky, guys. Like what's going on?
Yeah, it has not been pretty. And actually, I'm going to talk about the third down conversions once we get to the bad and ugly. But I will say RJ Harvey was a pretty bright spot on the offense. He didn't get a whole lot of rushing yards. I think he ended up with 50, but he also ended up with 71 receiving yards for a total of 121 total yards and a touchdown. So, and the touchdown run, I really thought like that was it. That's the spark that's going to bring Denver back into this game.
Yeah.
Until the defense decided to just, do its own thing.
Yeah, no, I agree. I've really loved watching Harvey's development this season. I feel like we're using him more and more, especially when it really matters. We're not always going to Cortland, although I love Cortland to death. It's so funny. I've forgotten how long he's been with the team too. Like he's just been such a stable offensive player for us that I feel, but seeing Harvey come up on the running back side for us, I feel like that's the one position offensively besides quarterback that we have really struggled with over the last decade or so.
Oh, absolutely. Just I don't think that Denver has been able to put a full team together until these past few years. And I will say this, no matter what happens this season, whether what happens this there or whatnot, I'm going to be really excited for this offseason because number one, Russell Wilson is finally off the books. So we're going to have a lot more spending money to make this team. If we think this team with the 2 years of dead cap we've had with Wilson looks this good, imagine having that Russell Wilson money back.
Is there anyone in particular you would want us to try to go for?
It's a good question. I don't really focus much on it until we get to that point.
Yeah. Same.
But I think as far as everything's concerned, I would definitely say maybe get a couple pieces on defense. One like inside linebacker. I really hope Denver finds a way to sign John Franklin Myers back next year. But if he doesn't, then that's going to be a hole they're going to have to fill in.
Absolutely.
And then do we bring J.K. Dobbins back? He looked really great until the injury. And did he do enough I think it was in the 8 games he was in to give Denver say, hey, let's just do another 1 to 2 year deal just to see what you can do, especially coming off of that ACL injury. Although it wasn't ACL injury he had. I'm sorry. He had it's like a foot. Actually, let me check. I think it was a foot injury.
Is it turf toe again?
I don't think it was turf toe. I'm gonna double check and see because I do have it up right here. Let's see. Not here. Dobbins has. Yeah, this is a foot injury.
Liz Frank foot injury. I think I pronounced that correctly.
Yeah, that sounds right. Liz Frank injury. But they did say that if Denver did get all the way to the Super Bowl, that he could come back for the Super Bowl.
I mean, I have liked Dobbins. I think that Sean Payton's got a really good game plan for him to utilize him.
Mm.
I think that's just been hard because our run game, it took a while to get our run game to take off this season.
Mm.
And I think even against really good defenses, I think that's where we struggle the most.
Mm.
I mean, Nix was throwing passes that make me go, what? How did you do that? Like, just,
Mhm.
To the side, leaning. And I'm like, I feel like I'm kind of looking at like a young Peyton Manning when he's doing that, like just these out of pocket throws, even Elway.
Yeah.
Like, Elway would do some out of pocket things and just run the dang ball. And I'm seeing a lot of that in Nix, and I love that. But for Dobbins, I would hope we could get him for another year or two. Just see what he does.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. And I think he is. I'm gonna double check he's definitely, I would say he's a spring chicken, basically. Well, like maybe not completely spring chicken, but let's see. Oh, he's born in 90. Oh my, wow.
Wait a second, don't age me.
No, don't age me. I'm older than he is. He's only 27 years old.
Oh, see, I'm older than he is too. Wow. Yeah, I mean, he's for a running back though.
Yeah, you would think even in today's NFL, like I've noticed running back is, I think, the one position that has the shortest lifespan.
Yeah, 100%.
So, unless you're Derrick Henry.
Yeah, that guy is a beast.
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow, he's just a wall of muscle.
And that's why I was really hoping Denver would have gotten him, but
yeah.
I think he is, I think if he were a free agent this upcoming offseason, we probably would have been able to afford him. But stupid Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
About you, did you have anything that was good? I do have a couple more, but I thought I'd let you run the table a little bit.
I mean, the first quarter, we, like you said, throwing jab, keeping up with their jabs. I feel like Nix was doing really good at reading the defense, and I felt like our defense was able to hold things up, but I feel like that's kind of all it lasted. It was the first quarter starting into the second, and then it went.
I was thinking it was more of like a steady, and then it's like it looks like it's starting to come up a little bit, but then once RJ Harvey scored a touchdown, it was just
down from there.
All downhill from there.
Yeah.
I threw in Cortland. Speaking of John Franklin Myers, 2 sacks from him. So that kind of ties into the please bring him back next year.
Yes, please.
Because that was actually a big question. That was a question that was asked here even, what was it? A few weeks ago on this podcast. Like, do we see John Franklin Myers being back? I think now I can answer this question now. I think this is 7 weeks later. Mm-hmm. If he does well these next 2 games, I would bring him back. I would even sign him to, maybe a 3-4 year contract with a little bit of money added in there.
Yeah, I think 3-4 year would be a good. These long contracts for players kind of make me nervous because so much can happen. Yeah. But I feel like 3-4 years is always a good sweet spot.
Oh yeah, and then you also think about, Bo Nix still has that 5th year option, so this is year 2. Years. Yeah, I think it won't take effect till maybe 2020. Like if he does really well, maybe 20. You know what? I can just kind of see Denver waiting until maybe his 4th year to do some kind of contract with him. But I mean, Bo Nix is what? I'm trying to do the math in my head, so don't mind me here for a second. So 12 wins. He is 22-9 as a starter for Denver right now. So
the best we've had in a while.
Yeah. Especially with that carousel of quarterbacks we were going through.
Oh my gosh. I went back through the list and I was like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh God.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was quite the mess.
Yeah, but definitely.
Any other goods?
Not that they come to top of mind. It's kind of slim pickings this week.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. We actually have a comment. I just saw this pop up. And it's the guy that asked for the drunk Brooklyn Myers question. So, Jay, happy holidays. Hope you're having an amazing week so far. Bo Himothy needs to get the bag. Give that man a blank check. Oh, hot take alert.
Dang. Okay.
Hot take alert. I think we need to make this topic of discussion. I might have to bring Kelly back next week. Like, yo, screenshot this. Let me know what you think, because wow.
That's a blank check. I mean, and that's where I'm like, okay, blank check, but how many years do we do? Because again, 3-4 years.
All right. Oh, you know what? Let's see this. Jay, if you are on, let us know, how many years do you think we should give Bo Himothy, as you say? And we will keep this conversation going. Speaking of Bo Nix and his offensive weapons, I did put down Courtland Sutton as a good. He had 6 receptions for 86 yards and a touchdown.
I feel like he has always been a big performer for Denver. And even in our roughest seasons with him, where he wasn't producing much, like, I equate it. I always try to look at, okay, it's not always like on the player. Sometimes it's how the quarterback threw it or the type of pressure they were under, all these other things where people just want to yell at the player for, you should have caught that. And there are times you should have caught that. But I have absolutely loved Courtland Sutton's like glow up since Bo Nix has been here. Like, just a real trooper, a leader, and a veteran on the team. That man, if he keeps it up this way through the playoffs, like performing as he has been, give him a blank check too. Sign him to 4 years, wherever he's at. Like, just keep him. Retire him as a Bronco for sure.
I actually think
we did sign him. I think.
Yeah, I think we did sign him not too long ago. Actually, let me see.
God, you're right. I think we signed him at the either beginning or during the off season.
I think it was during the offseason. Oh, and he actually answered us. This is how long he wants Bo Nix to be in the league. 100 years.
Same.
Like, could you imagine it? We have, like, you take like maybe 50 AFC Championship appearances, 25 Super Bowl victories.
Oh my God, it'd be incredible.
Absolutely.
So I did look really quick. So we did sign him in July. It was another 4 years, and we did guarantee him $40 million, which to me, he's worth it.
Yeah, like, 4 year, $92 million. Yep. So, yeah, so he's going to be with us for a little bit longer. So,
which I am okay with that.
Oh yeah, and I think how that developed too was because I think he had signed like or he like restructured the final year of his deal. It was kind of like a prove it deal, and like, oh, you proved it to us. Here's some extra money. I'm like, all right, I love it.
Well, it also helps when you have a quarterback that knows how to throw to you and use you as a weapon. Wilson, I don't think Wilson had the same chemistry with him as Nix does.
Oh, did you see the clip where I don't know what game it was, but Courtland's talking to Sean Payton, like the first play of the game, we're going to you, and then they like him and Bo Nix. What was it? He and Bo Nix like make a joke with Peyton about it. Like, it doesn't have to go to me all the time. And then Bo Nix like jokingly says, "Got him," and Sean Payton couldn't help but smile about that one. So,
can I just say though, it's so nice to see a head coach with a quarterback and the other offensive line, like key players, actually like getting along, joking around. Like, sorry, I would follow Bo Nix. Dude, you and me both. I would follow Bo Nix. Wherever he goes, I'm gonna get a jersey, that's for sure.
But gosh, talk about using a 2000 song as a reference to that. My goodness, like, talk about aging us. My goodness.
Our childhoods.
But sorry, as you were saying.
Yeah, no. I think one of my biggest things too that I was super happy to see last season was a quarterback that gave a shit.
Oh yeah.
Like someone that was passionate about winning and getting pissed when they're losing, and just knowing like, hey, it's time to fire up. Like, no, I'm pissed versus whatever. I'm just gonna sit on the bench and cash my check.
Yep.
So that's been intriguing to see for sure.
Yeah, especially Bo Nix's first year. He was like yelling at Sean Payton just over like a mistimed thing against the Raiders in Week 5 last year, and like oh my gosh, like this rookie's got some balls on him. My goodness, but like yeah, it was just like and then the way he was like in the Raiders game later on, where he was like staring into their souls with that like look, and I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's a competitor.
Yeah. Well, and it's so funny because in his final year of college, I don't pay as much attention to college football, but I remember that season like really, really paying attention because knowing like we needed a quarterback.
Yes.
It was evident, paying attention during the bowl games. I wholeheartedly admit I was leaning more towards JJ McCarthy at the time. Knock on wood. Thank God we didn't go that route because nothing against JJ. I think him sitting out his rookie season hurt him, and I've seen what a complete incline from Bo. Like, he did some ballsy things at Oregon, and he is doing some even ballsier things with us. So I love it.
Yeah. And not to mention, JJ McCarthy has just been battling injury after injury.
Yeah.
He sits out his entire rookie year, basically redshirts his rookie season, and then has only been healthy for like maybe a handful of games, which some of those handful of games he looks good. The other handful of games, yikes.
Yeah, it has not looked good. So we'll keep Nix like I don't know the gentleman's name that tweeted you, but 1,000 more years. Let's keep him.
Oh,
or 100 years and 1,000 miles.
the man here, Dreamweaver, otherwise known as Jay Weaver.
I love it. Sorry, I didn't know you knew the
name. But speaking of Bo Nix, since we're gonna start getting into the bad part of it, I feel bad doing it, but I did put him in my bad, not because of like his numbers, but there were just some points in that game that he just looked completely like we saw like a couple of games, even during the 11-game winning streak, he looked very like rattled at some points. I mean, he only got sacked one time, but it just like seemed like he never got his feet set. He never was able to. And I think that's also in part of Jacksonville playing a really good defense because they were planning, even though Denver ran the ball and got, I forgot how many yards it was. 100. They had like 101 yards on the grounds, but they only ran the ball 17 times.
Yeah.
And Bo Nix threw the ball 47 times. Like that's 47 passes to 17 rushes. Like, that's not going to win you football games.
No, absolutely. Especially when you only complete 28 of the 47.
Mm-hmm.
That's bad. So, yeah, his fumble for me is on my bads. Excuse me. That really made me go, oh my God, what are we doing? Like, what's going on? Is he so rattled that like now he's like, oh crap? Like, because that fumble to me kind of reminded me of Super Bowl 48. How that game started.
We don't bring up that Super Bowl on this podcast.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
That's it. Britt, go to timeout.
I'm sorry. No, I don't blame you though. But and I also felt like just defense for the second half they just couldn't get it together. Like, I always love when the defense is starting to make me get worried. I'm always like, Vance Joseph, earn your paycheck.
Yep.
Get your money. So
it's like the past few weeks we saw like everyone's in the meme, and I should probably create this one. I just imagine it like this: Vance Joseph looking. That's a nice second half lead you have. It'd be a shame if that went away.
Seriously.
And it has gone away for most of those games.
Yeah. It's. I just don't know what happened. I don't know.
But even on top of the on top of the defense, like the offense itself, after the Jay Harvey touchdown that tied the game, Denver's offense can only muster, and it was really only it's the special teams points, but they all right. It's what we're gonna look at this. So after, wow, I lost my train of thought. After the RJ Harvey touchdown, these were our second half drives. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Punt, fumble, field goal, interception, downs, end of game.
Yikes. Yeah, that interception, that was also kind of this is done. This is done.
And I feel like that was more like, and they even broke that interception down. It was Jacksonville played really good coverage, and Bo Nix had something, but I don't think he allowed Pat Bryant to get himself in the right position, or he threw it like just a little too early. And I can't remember who the corner for that play was, but he played the ball perfectly. He like looked around, saw the ball was coming his way. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna stop here and catch it.
Yeah. The other one of my other bads, you just mentioned him, Pat Bryant.
Yeah, I was gonna put that in the ugly because.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine. We can actually talk about it right now. But and I feel bad for Bo Nix because he felt really bad that happened.
Yeah.
But why? You're down. I'm gonna look and see what play that. I think that was on the end of game because that did take a long time before it all went down. So yeah, it was an incompletion. It was like the game was well out of hand. So like the fact of the matter that happens, I'm like, dude, like Bo Nix, first of all, should not have thrown the ball in that situation. Like just it's already 34-20. The game's already over. Like it was like I always talk about garbage time stats. That was like a garbage time injury that could have easily been avoided.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And I like my heart just went out to Bo Nix too, seeing him. Like it felt like he was gonna cry in the post-game presser when he was like, it was on me. I threw the ball, and I get it. Like, but it kind of goes back to like Ryan Clark's comment of it's Micah or Bo Nix's fault. Micah Parsons tore his ACL. Well, I mean, first of all, it's football. Like these guys unfortunately do know what they're signing up for. Or fortunately, they know what they're signing up for. Unfortunately, it comes with this risk. And, the ball sometimes does have a mind of its own. It depends on the win factor. Once it leaves his hand, it could get tipped. So many things could happen. But I feel for Bo and Pat. It just sucks.
Yeah, it's terrible. So I guess we talked about the ugly part of it. So did you have any bad? I totally forgot.
The Pat Bryant was my bad, and the fumble.
Okay. All right. So then let's get right into the ugly. And actually, I just talked a little bit about it. The lack of run offense. We had 17 carries all game, so 47 passes to 17 rushes. Why?
Yeah.
Why? I will say this as one of my uglies, though. And this was when the game was tied at 17-all. It was a specific play. I don't know. I don't think it was third down just yet. I'm just going to double check to make sure. I know for a fact it wasn't first down just yet. It was after the... Oh, my thing kind of bounced around. Okay. Oh, I swear, if it was third down... Oh, so it was 1st and 10 at Jacksonville 40. And Trevor Lawrence threw a pass, but it went for -7 yards. It was a fumble, and it went out of bounds. But when I tell you that I've never been so mad about a penalty, I haven't even, I get mad at the Riley Moss defensive pass interferences because there are some times where, it happens. I saw it, gosh, what are we doing? But there were some that are just you didn't even need to throw the flag on that, and they throw the flag. Yeah. Here's an instance where they threw a flag, and I swear I hate this stupid rule. The NFL is all about protect the quarterback. who was it again? Malcolm Roach got called for roughing the passer for completing a sack, but he put too much of his body weight on Trevor Lawrence. It's a penalty. Like that is the. I'm going to swear, so I apologize. That is the. Actually, let me try this again. Let me try
Let it outside. Let it out.
That was absolute bullshit that they called a body weight roughing the passer. Like, what kind of NFL do we live in that? And it's not like he could help it. Like, so we can't hit him high, we can't hit him low, we can't put our body weight on him. How the hell are we supposed to sack a quarterback without a flag being thrown?
No, yeah, I'm with you. And like, I'm not the greatest person at science, but I know like mass moves. And he's a big guy. Like, of course, his body weight's going to be his momentum to put. And how do you determine putting too much body weight? Please explain that.
I would love for them to explain that, because that was ridiculous. Oh, and then another penalty. So there was a false start, and they were even talking about it on the broadcast. Like, that stadium was loud for that game. And so they called a false start, but it was so difficult to hear the whistle. Unfortunately, PJ Locke didn't hear it, and he completely walloped Trevor Lawrence, which, truthfully, I understand that that's a penalty. But I don't fault him, because it's a very loud stadium, and it was at like a fever pitch at that point. And it was really that penalty that helped the Jacksonville Jaguars get the first points of the game. Oh my gosh, like I think the NFL officiating needs to work on louder whistles.
Yeah, I think that too, but I mean, I feel like some seasons, like we say this over and over again, the officiating has just gotten worse and worse. Like there have been some seasons where it's been so bad that the NFL is like, okay, we're gonna help, we're gonna look into it, whatever, and then it gets better for like a season or two, and I feel like we're back to being trash officiating for some parts, not for all. But what was it? Which game? Maybe. I just remember looking at my husband saying they're throwing flags like it's freaking candy. I forget which game was it. I don't think it was against the Colts.
I think it was the Raiders game that I know that they've thrown a lot of flags.
No, so I was wait. Was it the one where we played in Denver? Because I know the one that they played here I went to, and I feel like there wasn't a ton of flags.
Yeah, I think it was the one in Denver. It was because I came up with the stat that there were more penalties than there were first downs.
There you go. Yep. So it had to have been the one back home. So yeah, I feel like too, I'll feed into the conspiracy theory that sometimes I think the NFL has it out for certain teams. And they don't want certain teams to win football games, or they want certain teams to be penalized more than others. I don't know. Maybe. And I'm not saying it's against us, but there are some refs I feel like they have a vendetta. And I'm like, no, guys, come on now. Be fair.
They might have a vendetta for Sean Payton, because it's been a thing since the it was the that blatant defensive pass interference, Saints versus Rams in the NFC Championship game, and they didn't call it. That was like what I was like. It happened right in front of you. What are you doing?
Yeah. No, absolutely. Like there have been some really big blown calls this season, but to bring up one too that I remember, God, what was it? I think it's been almost 10 years ago now. Des Bryant, Green Bay Packers, NFC Championship game. I'm sorry, it was a catch.
Oh.
Des caught the dang ball, and the Cowboys should have gone on. Like I'm just.
Oh yeah, that was one of those. That's where the whole "what is a catch" thing started.
Yes, and I feel like it's just progressively gotten worse with some of these officiating calls since then. You know, the NFL stands for the No Fun League. And
I love that. No fun league.
by the same token, though, so I'm currently studying psychology because I really want to become a sports psychologist. I want to work with like players with CTE and stuff. So
Mhm.
where is the line for them to make these calls to protect the players, and where is just the line for it being complete and utter BS? I feel like I struggle with that sometimes.
Oh, I would love to know the science behind that.
Me too. Me too. And that's something I keep my eye out on as I'm learning. So
So I may need to talk to you a little bit more about that if you're continuing to study that, because I would love to hear that.
oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'll keep you posted,
Another bat. Well, I'll throw two more uglies. And this comes with the what the fuck moment. Missed tackles.
Oh,
We
God.
missed so many of them, and I think 2 of missed tackles resulted in touchdowns.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I forget who the player was. They went after Trevor Lawrence, and all he did was sidestep, and our guy went down.
Yeah, it was.
Would have gotten him, but he just like nope. I was like, what's going
Yeah, I think it was the Trevor Lawrence touchdown run was one of the bad tackles, and then I don't think it was ETN. It was that long reception by Parker Washington. No, I think he actually kind of did well evading most of it, but yeah, there was just wow. Like, I really hope on Wednesday when Sean Payton's having them practice, they bring out that big dummy that you practice tackling with, and that you got to hit that thing 20 times before you go in the locker room.
No, seriously, like Vance Joseph needs to take a look at what his defense was doing, because I don't know what type of tackles those were, but they weren't tackles.
No, they were not tackles. They were like half-assed attempts. Like we're playing flag football.
Yeah, flag football, like 2-hand touch. Oh, that's not it. My bad.
Although, honestly, with the way this league is going right now, I wouldn't be surprised if NFL became the NFL, National Flag Football League.
I mean, again, where is the line between player safety and the BS flags?
Yes, absolutely. And then my last one was, you actually talked about it earlier, the third down conversions. Denver was 5 of 14 on third downs. Jacksonville was 8 of 15.
Yeah.
So
was this our first third down conversion game this season, I think?
I think there was one that was a little bit worse, but this one definitely is like top as far as worst third down conversion rates.
Yeah, it was just not. I just felt like we couldn't do anything. Like we couldn't move the dang ball.
Yeah, and then we don't run the ball, we don't keep the ball moving, so it's put our defense out there after like 3 and outs, and Jacksonville's converting it, so the defense is stay on the field any longer.
Yeah,
and it kind of reminded me a little bit of the Washington game. The Washington game was bad too, because we couldn't get off the field either, and you could tell in overtime that defense was tired.
Oh yeah, that showed. I remember I was sitting down on the couch like wholeheartedly like going like this, like come on guys, do something, and just being like everyone looks so gassed, like please hurry up and just win this thing. But yeah, it doesn't help when the defense stays on the field more than the offense. It's nice when it's kind of split even, so everyone's got a chance to rest.
Absolutely. Let's see. I'm curious what the time of possession was. Oh, yeah. So Jacksonville held the ball for 33 minutes and Denver held the ball for 27.
So almost fairly even. But I feel like that 6 minute wait.
It's like a 6 minutes time period.
It makes a difference. It does.
Yeah, there were even some drives where I can't even look at it real quick. I think there were some drives where here we go. So Jacksonville's scoring drives. 10 plays, 66 yards, results in a touchdown. Touchdown, 8 plays, 59 yards, took 4.5 minutes. Field goal, 9 plays, 58 yards, 1:48. Touchdown, 9 plays, 75 yards, 5 minutes. Touchdown, 4 plays, 80 yards, 2 minutes. So, I mean, it's like the longest drive they had was like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes, 17 seconds, which in hindsight is not even really that long. That's basically a third of a quarter, basically. But
Yeah.
some of those drives did feel like they were going on for a while.
They really did. Some of it I was like, oh my God, like we've got to do something. We got to move down the field. Like we got to do something.
Yeah. But I think this game, like a lot of people have said, has been a blessing in disguise because now it kind of takes the pressure off.
Yes.
And it's actually really good. I'll admit I've groaned at the fact that we were going to play a Christmas game, but now looking at it now, I'm glad we're playing on a short week because it allows us to get our ass in gear basically and get even though the Chiefs have not done well, this is a perfect opportunity for Denver to have their get back game.
Yeah, to reignite. We can't rest on our laurels. Like we gotta remember this is still a real game. We're still trying to maintain the number 1 seed. You know, like the Patriots now. What was it? They're 40% probability of the number 1 seed, and we're 48%, I think.
Yeah, I think it's last I checked, I think it was Denver 42%, New England 40%, and then I think there's like a couple other teams that round out the other 20-something percent, or the other 18%.
Yeah, I know Indy is. We'll get to that later on around the NFL.
Yeah. But yeah, let's try to put I'm glad that this loss happened now so that we could go into these last 2 games and like this is what needs to happen. And it's still simple. As long as Denver wins their final 2 games, they get home field advantage.
Well, and here's my thing. Do you think by halftime, if we're just kind of blowing the Chiefs out, does Sean Payton sit Bo Nix? Does he let Stidham come in?
No, I don't think so. I would say if it gets to the point like the Dallas game did, I would say Bo Nix probably plays 3/4 and maybe like 5-6 minutes of the 4th quarter, and then that's only if like it's looking bad. And a part of me is, and we'll talk about this when we get to the preview, a part of me is saying that because of where Kansas City is now, like right now, I was just looking, Denver, for those bettors out there, Denver is a 13.5-point favorite on the road in Arrowhead in December against the Chiefs.
About dang time.
But that's just almost unheard of.
Yeah. Yeah. And I remember, like, what was it? Week 8 or 9, the Chiefs were still favored to win the AFC West. And I was like, y'all are out of your damn minds. I live in Sin City, and I should have put some money down for us to beat the Chiefs at the beginning of the season. But I don't really gamble. But I think that would have been a wise wager to make for sure.
Absolutely. So we'll see how that game goes, but we'll talk about it a little bit later on. But first, we're gonna get around the NFL. As our guest co-host this week, in a sense, I'll let you go first.
Yeah. So I think I mentioned it to you earlier before we started, how I was giggling at the fact that last night's game, the Niners and the Colts.
Yes.
So there was a meme posted where it said, Brock Purdy and Phillip Rivers look like a father-son finally playing in the Super Bowl. I have never really been a Phillip Rivers fan. I don't know.
Fair. That's fair.
People love him. I get it. Like, and I do feel bad for the fact that he is the only quarterback in his draft class that never got a Super Bowl. I do think it's admirable that he came out of retirement for the Colts. I will say that he has lessened my dislike for him quite a bit for doing what he's doing for the Colts. And I do feel bad for him because they haven't, like, you see some glimmers of some greatness in there, but I feel like their defense blows it for them. And I feel like Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey are back to looking like how they did in Brock's first season. Like, they're back on fire. They look great. They're firing on all cylinders, you know. Shanahan probably saved his coaching seat for a few seasons. Because I've had some Niner friends who are like, Shanahan needs to go. And I'm like, no, you guys just need to ride it out. Like,
yeah.
Speaking of riding it out, another quick item. Mike Tomlin. He's been there for over 20 years. If the Steelers are one and done in the playoffs, if they make it, do you think they need to let Tomlin go?
Oh, that's actually a good point. That was something that Kelly and I discussed. Maybe it was last season. It's really tough because I'm not sure if you know this, but Pittsburgh is an organization that I don't think they've ever fired. No, they've never fired a coach from what I remember.
No.
So, and I don't know if you know this. So the Pittsburgh Steelers have been in existence for a while. But over the past, I want to say, gosh, here, I'm going to just double check real quick. So, what was his name again? Okay, I remember now. So let's see. Okay. So since 1969 until now, the Pittsburgh Steelers have only had 3 head coaches.
Isn't that crazy?
It's insane. It was Chuck Noll from 1969 to 1991. And then it was Mike. Oh, gosh. I almost want to say Mike Ditka, but Bill Cowher. Was it from 91 or 92 until 2005? Actually, let me check. When did
Tomlin, I think, was... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. I'm just going to actually look up his 15 season tenure as a head coach. He went from 92 and then retired in 2006.
Yeah.
And then Mike Tomlin took over in 2006. And so, yeah, you're right. Tomlin's been the Steelers head coach for 19 years.
Well, and I will say this, like, Tomlin honestly is probably one of the head coaches I admire. Like, I feel that he runs a pretty decent team. Starting quarterback currently out of that statement. You know, I'm not an Aaron Rodgers fan, but just what Tomlin's done with Roethlisberger, you know, the Kenny Pickett stint, like, I kind of feel like they're having these ups and downs roller coasters like the Broncos have had for the last 10 years. And I just really hope that, I don't know, I don't think he's done. Like, I really don't think he's done, whether it's in Pittsburgh or somewhere else. Like, he needs to be coaching because he's really, like, to me, a great coach. I just think something needs to happen for him to stay in Pittsburgh. So,
yeah. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up because I remember Kelly and I had a conversation about this. And I sent her this Adam Schefter notification. So you're going to listen to this. The Steelers are not going to fire Mike Tomlin. This was, I think, maybe 2 weeks ago. But they do or maybe 3 weeks ago. But they do have a significant decision to make early next year. After this season, Tomlin's contract will have 2 years remaining on it, 2026, and a team option in 2027. But according to the league sources, the Steelers must decide whether to pick up the option on Tomlin's contract by this upcoming March 1st.
Interesting. So I think, honestly, even if they make it to the playoffs, I don't know if they keep him. I don't know. Or I don't know if they pick up the option, I guess. Does it still count as fired if the team doesn't pick up your option?
Well, it's interesting how coach stuff works because there have been times where, like, and it's been a really rare instance, but I know there have been times where, and actually this might apply more for other sports leagues or maybe even college, but sometimes, like, they'll just let the contract expire and just not No, you know what? I think that's it's UFC. Sometimes they'll let fighter contracts expire and just not sign them back. So it does happen, but I think it's really rare to happen in the NFL that a contract just expires for a coach and they just decide not to bring them back. You know what that might? I wonder if that happened with Mike McCarthy for Dallas.
I thought that they chose to not. I
think they did. They decided not to bring him back, so I think they did let his contract expire.
I mean,
but I'm actually curious myself too. Yeah, Mike McCarthy.
So yeah, they couldn't come to an agreement on his contract extension.
I think you're right.
Jerry Jones wanted a shorter term. McCarthy wanted longer. To be honest with you, though, I think it's a good thing that McCarthy went. Another great head coach, but I don't think he's what Dak Prescott needed.
Oh no, not at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So that's something to definitely keep an eye on.
Yes.
But I would think, because the Steelers definitely have not fired a head coach in there, at least over the last
60 years.
It's been almost 60 years.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there. I think if they do end up one and done, then there's definitely that possibility that they could fire him. But I think they're probably going to look at that option. I think because that option's coming up, they're going to really think about, is this a guy that yes, he's done well for us for 19 years. He's brought us a Super Bowl. But over the last, it's felt like maybe 7 years, he hasn't really brought them much playoff success, is what I should say.
Yeah, no, not from what I feel like I grew up watching.
Absolutely.
They've always been a threat, and now it's kind of like, oh wait, are they even going to make the playoffs? Yeah.
So we'll see. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Oof. How about those Carolina Panthers?
How about them Panthers? I did not expect this season to go as decently as it has for them. I'll put it that way. I feel like ever since Super Bowl 50 and Cam Newton coming back for a season and then retiring or whatever he chose to do, I feel like this is a spark that they have needed for that team. But I also feel like it's just not enough. They need to keep building to keep this momentum, because if they don't, they're going to lose it.
Yeah. Actually, I just remembered, because the whole Philip Rivers. So, actually, we'll go two ways. First off, I don't know if you knew this, but before the Colts decided on Philip Rivers, the Colts had contacted Sam Ehlinger, who is the third-string quarterback for Denver, and asked if he wanted to play for them.
I did not hear that.
Yeah, they were talking about it for a couple of days, and Ehlinger said that he wanted to stay on the Broncos practice squad.
See, honestly, though, I can't say I blame him. One of the biggest mistakes I think Tim Tebow made on his career was choosing to leave and not sit second string to Peyton. I feel like that was detrimental. And when you have an opportunity like that, like Bo Nix, yes, he's 2 years in. Jared Stidham's ahead of this guy. When you have an amazing head coach like Sean Payton and this amazing second-year quarterback, you be a sponge. To go be a starter for 4 more games this season, I think I want to stay with the team that's sticking by me and keeping me on the third string.
Yeah. But actually, I think with the Tebow thing, I think the day after Denver signed him, the Broncos actually traded him to the Jets. I don't think he really had much of an option to stay.
I thought it was that he had made it clear if they went after Peyton, he didn't want to stay. I don't know.
Ooh, I need to hear this story, because I didn't hear that. Well, of course. Then again, I was was I, a junior in college, so I wasn't fully invested in everything that happened in the NFL. Okay, sorry, I shouldn't say fully invested. I didn't dive deep into things like that, is what I should say.
Yeah, at the time I was living in Oakland. Yes, it was Tim Tebow. He requested the trade when Peyton Manning came to the Broncos, and I remember.
No way,
idiot ever. Yeah,
I'm looking at this right now because I am very. Let's see, 2011 season. Okay.
I really think we could have seen some greatness if we would have stayed. I really do.
Let's see. After the season, Elway confirmed that Tebow would be the Broncos. Oh, so after he won the game in against Pittsburgh, but then they lost in the divisional round to the Patriots. Elway confirmed that Tebow would be the Broncos starting quarterback going to training camp in 2012. Despite on-field successes by the Broncos under Tebow, he finished the season with the lowest passing completion rate in the NFL, reaching 50% in just 4 of his 14 games, which led many to question his potential as a quarterback at the professional level. Tebow's persistent fumbles also created uncertainty. I didn't realize he fumbled the ball that much.
Yeah, I called him Butterfingers for a little bit.
Wow, I did not know that. Yeah. But yeah, Wikipedia only says that after the Broncos signed free agent Peyton Manning, the next day Tebow was traded to the New York Jets. So they did, along with the Broncos' 2012 7th-round pick in exchange for. Wow, we only got a 4th and a 6th-round pick for him?
Isn't that interesting?
That is very interesting. Going back to that, I'm curious to see what we got with those 4th and 6th-round picks as well.
I don't know. Let's look.
Look at us like trying to look at things. So 2012, okay, the 2012 NFL draft. It was 4th and 6th. I'm just trying to keep that in mind. 4th and 6th. I can just do Denver Broncos 2012 NFL draft.
There you go.
It's easy to think. I don't know why I just didn't do that. It looks like I think here we go. Let's see. The 6th-round pick we got Danny Trevathan.
Oh, and he was so good. I was so sad.
Good.
Oh,
and then no, sorry. Go ahead. I'm just
no. You're good. I'm sorry. I'm just reflecting on Danny Trevathan. I really liked him.
I did too. I was really because he won the Super Bowl with us, but we just didn't have the money to bring him back. I was like, dang, like really?
No.
All right. So either we used. It might have actually been. I wonder if it was used on. See, I wish there was a way that it would just like. Oh, here you go. 2012. Okay, so I just have to look at the 4th round basically. Player selections. Oh no, draft selection. I'm sorry. I don't care about these pictures. All right, here we go. 4th round. Here we go. Found it. So we were 108. See if it was this. Oh, the other pick we got was Philip Blake, a center from Baylor. So he definitely didn't pan out.
He did not pan out. That's for sure.
But I'm just gonna double check to make sure I have the right numbers. But yeah, we actually got. All right, let me see. Denver Broncos. Danny Trevathan. Yep. So Danny Trevathan and Philip Blake is who we got for the Tim Tebow trade.
Interesting. I mean, one of them panned out.
Yeah, one panned out to be Super Bowl champion. So.
Yeah. So.
But going back to the Panthers.
Yeah.
Wow. So Kelly and I do kind of go on tangent sometimes, so you're not alone. I'm not sure how we even got to that point. So, because the whole Tebow thing.
Yeah.
So the Panthers actually this week, if they win and the Bucs lose, the Carolina Panthers are going to be the NFC South champions.
That's so crazy to me. This is the first time since
2015.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Yeah. No. It's interesting, and it makes me a little sad though too, because I love Baker Mayfield.
Mm-hmm.
I have been rooting for him to get, to a Super Bowl because I really just think he's a standout player and a good guy. But those Panthers have snuck up, I think, on everybody. I don't think anyone saw this coming. I didn't.
No, I definitely didn't.
No. So I think they'll definitely be a team to watch. I mean, how far do you think they'll make it?
The Panthers, if they make it, I don't think they're getting past the first round, honestly.
I don't think so either. But it does bring up a spark of, could they keep this up and keep building?
Mm-hmm. And interestingly enough, which I'm just going to see what. So this week, in order for Carolina to win the South, they have to beat Seattle, who's 12-3 right now. And right now, I think they are the number 1 seed.
Yep.
And then if the Bucks lose to the Dolphins, which I
can see the Bucks losing, but I can't see Seattle losing.
No, I think if that comes down to it, you have 79 Buccaneers against 8-8 Panthers, and they play each other in the final game of the season. So that game could be for who goes to the playoffs.
Yeah, that could be the decision maker for sure.
And it'll be in Tampa Bay. So.
Ooh, yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one.
So
I think they're going to be ones to watch. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. So I think if the Panthers win the South, so hooray, you want the NFC South. Guess who you have to play first? As of right now, the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, they'd be obliterated.
Oh, yeah. There'd be no way. Absolutely no way.
I feel like, speaking of the Rams, sorry, really quick.
No, go for it.
I feel like Sean McVay is back to looking like, what is it, 2019, 2020?
2019, 2020. There's the Super Bowl year?
Yeah.
That was 20.
Was it 21? Hold on.
Yeah, I think it was 21.
Yeah. So, excuse me. 2022.
Okay. No, yeah, that's right. 2020. Oh, yeah. Because
2022 season.
Yeah, 2020, the Chiefs won that Super Bowl against the 49ers, but then they lost to the Bucks the following year.
Yep.
And then they lost to the Bengals on a game-winning field goal in the AFC Championship game the following year. So, yes, 2022.
Which, I mean, I think McVay is another coaching mastermind that we're lucky to see during our time. The last 2 years prior to this season, I was like, wait, where's that spark? Where's because they've done decent, but I feel like last year especially was tough. Like I don't feel like I saw like the Sean McVay that like we had seen create this momentum with Matthew Stafford, and now I feel like they're back, and I feel like they're a threat, and I'm kind of worried.
Yeah.
They could be
the Rams are going to be quite interesting, honestly.
Yeah.
They play the Cardinals. Oh, that's right. Seattle and San Francisco at the end of the year too. That could determine the AFC West and the number 1 seed right there.
Yep. Yeah. No, and I mean, you already know who I'm rooting for on that one. So
totally fair. Speaking of NFC, the Bears.
Bears.
So I did see a little bit of that game on Saturday night. I was at a Christmas party and it happened to be on. It's like, football. Sitting in front of the TV pretty much the entire party. Well, I'm sorry, not the entire party. I didn't say for the entire party. But man, Jordan Love getting hurt, that was a big blow.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel bad that the Packers, I feel like they've kind of imploded this season. I mean, 4 of their guys went out during our game the week prior.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have to go up against the Bears, which I'm happy for Chicago. I mean, it's about dang time. And I say that, and it's funny because one of my husband's really good friends, like for the last 20 years, is actually the Bears head strength and conditioning coach.
Oh, wow.
And so like, and he kind of spent his time there, spent 2 years at the Broncos, and then went back to Chicago recently. So I've been sending him all the stuff, that is popping up on social media. And it's like, holy cow, like you guys are doing the damn thing. Like
Mhm.
the Bears kind of became like the Browns almost, like the laughing stock of the NFL. And
Mhm.
to see them have a successful season and to see kind of Caleb Williams be able to like flip the bird to some of the haters,
Yep.
I'm happy for him. Like, bring it.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, there's points where he's looked as sorry, let me try that again. He has looked every part as the number 1 overall pick from last year.
yeah, he looked like everything that was promised last year that should have shown up last year is what he looks like this season. And it's really cool to see.
Absolutely. But the Bears down by, I think they're down by 10, kick a field goal to make it within 7, kick an onside, which I swear, Packers and onside kicks for the last 15 years, has not been good for them.
No, it doesn't. It's like a weakness that no matter what changes, they just can't get it together.
And it led to the Bears recovering, and then had the most amazing tiptoe touchdown to tie the game. They stopped Green Bay on 4th down on their overtime drive.
Yep.
And then Caleb Williams, I saw that throw, and my gosh, that was beautiful.
I was like, I saw the recap because I didn't get a chance to watch it Saturday in real time. But I remember looking at him being like, there's the kid that everyone hyped up at USC. Like, that's the Caleb Williams everyone's wanted to see. I also thought something funny from that game is the fact that the Packers heater wasn't working on the sidelines.
Oh, I did hear about that.
That was cracking me up. I was like, what? You're from Green Bay? Like, you can't stand a little cold?
Yeah, isn't it colder in Green Bay than it is in Chicago on average?
I think it depends because I know Chicago, well, they're not quite right on the water at Soldier Field.
No, but they are pretty close to one of the Great Lakes, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. Yeah, no, because Chicago sits on, I'm not good at the geography of the Great Lakes, so don't quote me. It is generally colder in Green Bay, especially in the winter. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Let's see where Chicago is.
Chicago has the harsher weather, it says.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. So here's a map. If I can pull the map up. They're basically right on like English, please. They're right on Lake Michigan.
Yep. So, it is Lake Michigan because you go up and Green Bay. Yeah. Green Bay's right on.
And actually Green Bay is actually literally right on the outskirts of Lake Michigan as well.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's interesting. And with that being said, what are your thoughts on Chicago Bears eyeing a move to Indiana?
Oh, yeah. I forgot Kelly and I did talk about that. So I'll talk to Kelly about this next week when we're on. But her concern was that they would demolish Soldier Field. And when they did the renovations, Soldier Field stopped becoming a historic landmark.
So it's funny you bring that up. One of my coworkers, she grew up a Bears fan. She's a Chiefs fan now. But I love her to death. But she would tell me how cool Soldier Field is. And that was one of her things as well is, okay, if they move out of there, like they have to make it a preservation. Or we even talked about, making it like an NFL museum, like partner with the NFL and like make it some sort of museum, like not like the Hall of Fame, obviously. We know that's out in Canton. But preserve that, because between that and Green Bay's field, Lambeau, I mean, you're not getting more iconic than those two fields in the NFL, especially for a rich history.
Yeah, because Chicago and Green Bay, if I'm not mistaken, were the first two NFL franchises. I'm pretty sure. I know Chicago I know Chicago Bears franchise as a whole was one of the first NFL franchises.
It was the Bears and the Cardinals originally.
Yes, the Cardinals.
Interesting.
Yeah, the Cardinals have like been to Chicago, St. Louis, Phoenix, and then now Arizona.
Yeah, down there in Glendale. It's only a 4-hour drive for me, which is
right. Speaking of moves, so what are your thoughts on our opponents this week, the Chiefs, moving to Kansas?
So it's so funny because, I mean, I'm born and raised in Colorado, right? So I always thought the Kansas City Chiefs were in Kansas.
When I was a little kid, I thought that too.
Yeah. And then learning geography in high school, I was like, wait, what do you mean Kansas City sits on the border of Kansas and Missouri? Like, that makes no sense. Yeah, look, the Hunt family is going to keep it in the family. You know, like they're going to keep it profitable for as long as they can. I don't know financially if it's something to do with tax benefits. Like when you think about a move, I think about like how the ownership thinks about money first. And it sounds messed up, but we are in a very money-centric world. And the NFL makes a lot of that money.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think it could be based on profit, based on maybe lot size too, because I don't know what the landscape looks like in Kansas City for a brand new stadium. I don't know. I mean, I feel like Arrowhead's so iconic though. And this also puts pressure on me and my best friend to go catch a game out there because we keep talking about it every season that we need to fly out and go to Arrowhead and catch a Broncos Chiefs game. But I don't know. Would they dome it? Have they said if they plan to dome it?
I think I saw something today that they do plan on having like an indoor type of stadium with them.
See, and similar to us. I mean, you can't host a Super Bowl unless you're domed, which whatever.
Sorry, I have to interject on that. I mean, granted, like there was Super Bowl that we won't mention that happened in New Jersey. It's possible to have an outdoor Super Bowl in a cold environment. It's possible. You don't need a dome.
Nope. And I think domes only started to become a thing the last 10, 15 years.
Right? They've been a thing for a while because I know the Astrodome was a huge thing, and then you have Texas Stadium that was a huge dome. Yeah,
using domes. I'm gonna look it up because I feel like there was one at the Meadowlands.
Yeah, there was one of them. Oh, actually, I don't think the Meadowlands have ever had a dome.
Right.
Because I remember the '98 season when we traveled to play the Giants, which was our first loss of the year. Looking at it, I always thought it looked like a dome stadium, but I actually found out like it is like an open air stadium.
Oh, okay. So this is a bad stat. The last Super Bowl that was played outdoors was in 2021, but that was Tampa.
Yeah, so it's only like warm environments that they will allow an open air stadium.
Yeah, I remember. Maybe it wasn't. I'm just thinking back to the Eli Manning Super Bowl when he won against the Patriots, when he threw that game winner to.
Are you talking about the Plexico Burress, maybe?
Say that again? Sorry.
Plexico Burress?
No, the one where he threw to Victor Cruz to win it, like in the last minute. And it's so
funny. I think that was Mario Manningham he threw it to.
Oh, was it? I don't know. But whoever it was, I found my love for football and the Broncos over watching it with my dad. That was like my way to bond with my dad. And I remember I was laying on the couch in our basement. I think it was in middle school. My dad was in his lazy boy. We were watching. I'm like, Dad, Eli's going to throw it down the field. That guy's going to catch it. I really think it was Victor Cruz, but I don't know. I'll have to look it up after this.
Let's see. So
I said he's going to catch it.
I think it was Super Bowl 46, if I'm not mistaken.
46?
Yeah, you said it was in a dome stadium?
I think so.
Oh yeah, because because Eli won that Super Bowl in the house that Peyton Manning built. Because
That's right.
they always bring that up.
It was the 99-yard touchdown against the Jets in 2011. Wait. Was it? Oh, wait. Touchdown in 2012 against the Patriots. That's what it was.
Let's see. Game summary. Here we go. All right, so I think it definitely happened in the fourth quarter. I know that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Am I looking at the... Oh, is that the wrong Super Bowl?
Super Bowl.
Here we go. On the first play, and what would end up being one of the key plays of the game, Manning completed a deep pass along the left sideline to Mario Manningham for a 38-yard gain to midfield, the longest play from scrimmage in the game, which will later draw comparisons to his pass to David Tyree in Super Bowl 42. Belichick couch catch, but the call on the field stood, and it cost him the Patriots' first timeout. 2 more completions from Manning to Manningham, gained another 18 yards. Manning then completed a 14-yard pass to Nix on the Patriots' 18-yard line at the 2-minute warning. 3 plays later, the Patriots called their second timeout, 1-3 left after the Bradshaw's 1-yard run set up, second and goal on the 6. And then Amar Bradshaw's path to the end zone was clear as the Patriots chose to let him score. Once he was what was happening, Bradshaw tried to stop running at the 1-yard line, but his forward momentum carried him over the goal line. The Giants took the lead.
That was a game.
I remember that was like the first. No, it wasn't. It was the second Super Bowl that I watched with my college friends, and like we all like got together at my friend's apartment, and we all like were watching. Like, oh my gosh, like this is an amazing game.
Yeah, it was good. It was so good. Sorry, but back to dome stadiums in Kansas.
Yes,
I think that's also the only way to do it if you're gonna move to Kansas. Like,
yeah.
We always had that joke in Colorado. Why does the K in Kansas lean to the east or
lean to the west?
Leads to the west, yeah, because Kansas sucks. But there's also that joke about Nebraska too. But anyway,
yeah,
I digress.
I actually did see a stat that the AFC West would be the first division in a while where all 4 teams play in indoor stadiums. So which means Denver, by the time 2031 happens, there's a potential 11 of their 17 games would be inside.
Dang. I mean, with the altitude kicking your butt, I guess trying to shield people from the elements isn't that bad.
But I kind of like the altitude part of it.
Yeah, me too. It really helps.
Yes.
It really helps.
All right, so I know I have 2 bucket list items complete. Number 1, now that I know that the Kansas City Chiefs are moving from Kansas City, Missouri to, I guess, possibly Kansas City, Kansas, if that's the case. But before 2031, I guess I have to go attend a game at Arrowhead.
I guess, hey, maybe Kelly, you, me, and my friend need to figure something out.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be fun. That'd be so fun.
Let's get it done.
Let's go. Arrowhead, here we come.
Yes. Speaking of penalties, here is my final around the NFL. I feel like we've been doing this for a while. So, did you happen? I mean, it was during the same time as the Broncos game. Did you happen to catch the end of the Detroit-Pittsburgh game?
Offensive pass interference on Amon-Ra St. Brown.
That's what I'm going to talk about. So apparently there was another offensive pass interference that happened. I don't know if it was a play or 2 before that one, but that one they said was also very questionable because it didn't seem like there was a lot going on there that they would need to call it.
Yeah. So I saw it on the highlights. I mean, I've been a Dan Campbell fan. I'm excited to see what's going on in Detroit. You know, St. Brown's been a big key player for them. I just don't know. It comes back to our earlier conversation of like the trash penalties. Like, do you really think that it was offensive pass interference.
See, looking at it, like, I feel like it's more of like it's really hard to tell because I've looked at it at least 10 times, and I'm thinking, like, I feel like for that situation, I would not have called that. I would not have thrown a flag on that because you're just letting them play, and because in reality, that play ended up costing the Detroit Lions the game because they were able to catch it. He was able to lateral it back to Jared Goff. He was able to get in for a touchdown. Lions win the game. Now, we call an offensive pass interference that didn't really look like offensive pass interference.
Yeah. That too.
I'm
always like one of those where I'm like, I gotta see every angle. No, okay, now you gotta slow it down. Okay, now you gotta like, where is it? So, I mean, I think it's borderline. I think it's more a questionable call than the right call.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, I feel bad because I know St. Brown, they've been working so hard out there in Detroit to try and get back to their magic season they had 2 seasons ago, and it's like it's not going well.
Yeah. I'm going to double look at this video real quick just to see. Huh. Let's see. It just seemed like me might have bumped into him. I don't think it would have. Yeah, that's a tough one to call because you're. I don't even know if I would really call it. It's one of those, like, I agree. It's like one of those ones where, like, I feel like I would have let the play out, really, because it didn't really seem like there was a lot of content. Like, they bumped into each other, yes, but can you really call it offensive pass interference?
Yeah, and I think it goes back to that call, in our game, too much body weight. Like, I feel like sometimes there are these calls and they don't factor in the fact that this player's already got momentum, and like it can take so much to stop that momentum.
Right.
Where, like you said, they ran into each other or like bumped, but was it really pass interference worthy? I don't think so.
Yeah. And unfortunately, that might end up costing the Detroit Lions season because I think there's like a situation where, actually, I can't even look it up real quick. I know there's a potential that the Lions could be eliminated from playoff contention this weekend.
Yeah, I think they have to win out, essentially.
Okay. So, yeah, their only option to get into the playoffs, they have to win out, and Green Bay has to lose out.
I mean, Jordan Love's not practicing.
Yeah, so that could be hope for them. So
could be. I don't know. That's another. I mean, I feel like it's so critical for so many teams these last couple of weeks. I mean, all the Broncos haters. Oh man, y'all got what you wanted. We lost, but guess what? We're still the number 1 seed. So.
So I know you follow me on TikTok. So
yes,
during the streak, so I don't really look at the views, but like there'll be some video views I get on our victories. Actually, we're gonna look at this real quick. So during the 11-game winning streak we had, now to be fair, I couldn't post the Eagles one just because that one just got, not because it got like so low views, but because like it was like not really performing well. So during our winning streak, the Bengals game, 437 views. The Jets victory, 1,089. The Giants won, 835, surprisingly. The Cowboys one actually got 3,196.
Friggin' Cowboys.
The Texans one got 1,847. The first Raiders win, 864. Sorry, 1 second. I got like a lot of hits here. Beating the Chiefs, 1,100 views. Commanders, 902. The Raiders, the second time, 897. The Packers, 803. Guess how many views our loss to the Jaguars got?
Like 5,000.
Almost 27,000.
Stop it.
I kid you not.
Wait,
I think
on TikTok?
on TikTok, yes.
Oh my God.
It's showing our loss to the Jaguars. It says when Denver loses for the first time in 3 months. That one got 26.9 thousand views, over 3,000 likes, almost 100 comments, and almost 100 favorites.
I remember reading some of the comments too.
The comments are why that's I made a joke with the teacher that I work with. Like, yo, these Jags fans are loud right now.
Yeah, they are, and honestly, though, for good reason. You know, like I said, they haven't had anything to really celebrate in quite a long time, but it just sucks it's against us. And then freaking some of the Chargers comments in here. Get out of here!
I'm waiting to save those until after our game, and if we beat them, I'm like, what were you saying?
I know. And to be honest, I think one of my good friends from work, she saw the announcement about the podcast, and she's a diehard Chargers fan. So Tiffany, if you're listening, hope you guys like the second in the AFC West. Because you ain't coming for first, baby.
And I think there was a Chargers fan that was talking about like, oh, we're gonna beat them. Like, you guys lost to the Jaguars worse than we did.
Yeah.
You guys got spanked by 29 points. We lost by 14.
Yeah. And
so
their game was pretty bad.
That
was a bad game.
Was atrocious. And I want to go back to see, like, so if we win on Thursday, the Chargers play the Texans next. So if they lose the Texans, I'm like, I guess beating the Texans isn't for everybody.
No, seriously. And I love D'Amico Ryans when he was in San Francisco, and then when he went to go be the head coach of the Texans, I was like, all right, if you must.
If you must. Fair enough. Any other around the NFLs from you?
No, not that I can think of. I'm excited to see what happens these last 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
It'll be good.
So many scenarios. No. But because there's so many scenarios, we do have our game of the week. So outside of, Denver versus Kansas City, what's one game that you think our listeners should be paying attention to?
So I definitely think it's the Niners-Bears game.
I think I can guess why.
So my husband's team is the Niners, and they are my NFC team of choice. But not just because he's a Niners fan. There is rich and deep Broncos history there. You know, Christian McCaffrey, Ed McCaffrey's son. Shanahan's son is the head coach. And John Lynch is their GM. So, I mean, you've got some rich Broncos history, a part of that organization. And like I said, I am a huge Purdy fan. I love the fairy tale story. I told my husband, I said, I would absolutely rock a Brock Purdy jersey if you buy me one. And he was like, really? And I was like, hell yeah.
But here's the question. Has he bought one yet, though, for you?
He hasn't, but Christmas is coming.
That's true.
I know he was shopping today, so. But again, with what the Bears are doing, I think that's going to be a matchup. Like, yes. I really think that's going to be a good NFC bear fight. Like, no pun intended, but it could get ugly. Like, both offenses are firing. I think it's going to come down to defense, where I think it's hard because the Niners are missing Bosa. And, you know, Brandon Ayuk's out doing whatever he's doing, going 135 by the stadium, thinking he's a cool kid on social media.
Oh, geez.
I know. Did you see that? Did you hear about that?
The AOC racing thing?
Yeah. Where he's like, after Shanahan said I haven't seen him in months. And then, like, the next day, he's, like, doing 120 by the stadium.
Okay, so what is it with wide receivers and wanting to go 100-plus miles an hour?
So, I don't know. But then, like, like I mentioned earlier, I'm interested in CTE and all that stuff. So, I mean, look at Antonio Brown.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like look at what was transpiring during his last couple of seasons. I mean, Aaron Hernandez, what was going on with him? You know, I mean, I don't understand what's wrong with Brandon. Well, I shouldn't say what's wrong because that's not fair. I don't understand the mindset Brandon Ayuk is in. They gave him what he wanted. Well, not fully, but they gave him a shit ton of money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I actually found it very interesting. Like, what is... Like, I didn't even know this whole Brandon Ayuk situation was going on. Like, what is going on? Like, he was like...
So, let's see. The whole saga, hold on, is the Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah.
So,
104 miles per hour past the stadium. My gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. So, he didn't have... He got mad last season, from what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to trade. I don't think anyone wanted... I think this is what happened. No one wanted to trade for him, or he wanted too much money or something else. Contract negotiations in the last offseason, they led to the voided agreements or the voided guarantees he was given.
Yeah,
so
because he got hurt.
Further. Yeah, because he got hurt. So I don't know. He's got a lot of things going on that it makes me wonder if there could these be potential signs of CTE, or is it just him throwing a little tantrum?
Yeah, that's interesting.
So I don't know.
I'm interested to see this. Yeah, so we'll see.
Yep.
Ooh.
When players act like that, though, they're only shooting themselves in the foot. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So my game of the week, Texans and Chargers.
Interesting. I think it'd be a good matchup.
Absolutely. So it's in LA, which is like, but even then, like you have the number one defense right now that's going to be trying to stop Justin Herbert. Which who the Chargers play last week? They played the the Cowboys. That's right.
Yeah.
I keep coming back to the Eagles one. Like I was like really surprised at how the Eagles game ended. And it's like, oh, they played the Eagles last week. Like, oh, no, never mind. They didn't. Nope. Never mind. So the Chargers got into the playoffs by virtue of the Colts losing on yesterday night. Last night. Actually, the Colts helped out the Bills, the Chargers, and who's the other team? The Bill. The Chargers, the Bills, and the Jaguars. Jaguars.
Yeah, that's right. Because we needed the Steelers to lose to help us out, and they won.
Yeah. Well, I think so. We needed to win and have the Chargers lose to get the West. The Chargers won, so I'm like, okay, that's fine. We can just win this week and then win in Kansas City, and we'll clinch the playoff. We'll clinch the AFC West. Jaguars had other plans, so we'll see what happens there. But then we also needed we need the Patriots, the Bills, and the Chargers to lose and us to win to get the number one seed. How ironic that we lose and those three teams win.
I know. I was like, everything we needed, the exact opposite happened. Like nothing went our way. And again, that's okay because we needed it. The kick in the butt. You know?
Absolutely. It's okay. It's all good.
Yeah.
So Chargers are in. The Texans, actually was just looking at their situation. They get into the playoffs this week. They need a win. Oh, here you go. So they just need to win or Indy loses and they're in the playoffs.
Who does Indy play this week?
Indy plays. I think that I want to say Jacksonville.
Oh God.
I'm going to double check. I'm pretty sure they play Jacksonville.
They do. The 28th on Sunday.
So that gets interesting.
Yikes. And then right now, we're the number 1 seed in the AFC. Seattle's the number 1 seed in the NFC. And then it's, for us, the Patriots, the Jags, the Chargers, and the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's Seahawks, Bears, Eagles, Niners, Rams.
Yeah. And so now there's now a situation where actually I don't think that is there a situation where the Texans can get them? No, I don't think there is a situation where the Texans get them 1 seed. But I know there's the Broncos, the Patriots, the Chargers, the Bills, and the Jaguars. Those 5 teams all have the potential to get the number 1 seed.
I know, because right now we're first in the AFC West. Patriots are first in the AFC East. Jags are first in the AFC South. And then
Chargers and Bills are second in the West and East, respectively.
Yeah. And the Steelers are the first in the AFC North. They're closest to being in the hunt. And then the Texans are the second in the AFC South.
Yes.
So.
But Pittsburgh can actually win the AFC North if they win this weekend, or Baltimore loses.
Which they're playing Detroit. So that could be either way. I don't know if they win that. We got to see which Detroit team shows up.
Wait, who's playing Detroit this week?
The Steelers.
They just played them last week. They play the Browns this week.
Oh, you're right. I'm so sorry. My spreadsheet I have is...
The Ravens play the Packers and the Steelers play the Browns.
That's right. Sorry, I was looking at the last week's
Which
stat.
the Ravens could win that one if Jordan Love isn't playing. But
Lamar went out with a back injury yesterday or Sunday.
Oh, shit. That's right. I forgot about that.
I know.
Hit. When Jordan... So I was so close to... So my goal for one of my leagues was to reclaim my back-to-back... My three-peat, I should say. Didn't go so well last year. I lost, I think, in the semifinals. So like, oh, we're going to win this one. And then Jordan Love gets hit with a concussion. Like, I'm not making the championship game.
You're like, just kidding.
Try again next year. But I'm in the championship game in another league, so that helps out.
There you go.
So Texans and Chargers should be interesting.
I think that definitely would be one to watch. We'll see what happens.
I think. Oh, if I didn't pick that one, I was gonna say Eagles and Bills was gonna be my other one.
Oh, that would be a good one. That'd be a real good one.
Yeah, the Eagles have already clinched the Eagles actually are the first team to clinch a division, so they're all good. And then of course the Bills are trying to catch up to the Patriots, which I think the situation is if the Patriots they have to lose either to the Jets or the Dolphins, and the Bills have to win out. Then the Bills will get the AFC East.
I don't know. The only one I think that the Patriots might be able to lose would be Miami, because Miami's looking pretty decent. But who else is on the Bills? So they got the Eagles this week, and then
they play the Jets in the year.
Yeah, they do play the Jets. So it is possible for the Browns to win out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's very possible against the Jets, but they got to beat the Eagles first.
Right. We'll see. But now that we've covered the games that you should be paying attention to, it's time to get to our game, which is on Christmas Day.
Yay!
So, as I think we mentioned it earlier, Kansas City is down to their third string quarterback. His name is Chris Uladukin.
I like the name.
Yeah, it's actually, I like it. Kind of feels like Star Wars-esque in a sense.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, look, I feel for Mahomes. I feel for Minshew, especially because I like him in his stash.
The stash.
I actually, and I hope I don't get killed for saying this, I really kind of was wishing when Minshew was here in Vegas that he could have done something with Pete Carroll. Because Pete came this season, but the Raiders chose not to keep Minshew.
Mm-hmm.
Which I get. But I don't know. I mean, for this third string guy, like, I know you had mentioned earlier his only other start was against us, and we kind of blew it out of the park.
I think this will be his first start. I think
his
first time he's ever played was against us.
Okay, my bad. Sorry. But yeah, no, we'll see what this kid does. I mean, they always say diamonds are created under pressure, but it's the second to last game of the season for us. We're still trying to make sure we maintain our number 1 seed. We're coming off a loss. I don't know if I see it going well for this kid. Travis Kelce has looked off the last couple games with and without Mahomes.
Yep.
I don't feel like Rashid Rice has done a whole lot. Kareem Hunt, I don't think has done a whole lot, and their defense is non-existent. I don't know.
There is a chance that Rashid Rice isn't going to play in this game because he has been marked as did not participate the last 2 practices, which one was just a walkthrough. I think the first one was an estimate, the second one was a walkthrough, but it's looking very unlikely unless he gets some kind of practice in tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's looking very unlikely that Rashid Rice is playing on Thursday.
Well, and they already know they're out of the playoffs, so like that's my thing. Like when you know you're out of the playoffs, obviously, still at that point, then you become playing for a draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
The last 2-3 games of the season, do you risk some of your star players' health?
Exactly.
By putting them in for full games. Put them in for a quarter and a half, 2 quarters, whatever. But start letting some of your third stringers, second and third stringers get these reps because, they've been sitting on the sidelines most of the season. A lot of them haven't seen many reps. And this is where like if you have a reliable backup or not. So I don't know what Andy Reid's thinking. I don't know what his game plan is. I mean, it works out in our favor, I feel, but I never like to count my chickens before they hatch.
Oh, absolutely not.
Because it's not over till it's over.
But, and it's a division road game too, so.
Yep. Yeah, we're at Arrowhead, so wait.
Yeah, we're at Arrowhead.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to get your opinion on this. What are your thoughts on Denver going all white for this game?
Oh my God, I really like the whiteout uniforms though.
Yes.
They look really sleek. And I think is it bad that I'm kind of hoping it's snowing?
Well, let's see. What's the weather going to be like in Kansas City, Missouri on Sunday? Let's take a look. So, Kansas City. Do I have it up here already? Interesting. Kansas City, Missouri. Right now is fair and 40 degrees. It's going to be... I don't know what's going to be at kickoff, but the high on Christmas Day is 63 degrees in Kansas City.
And only an 18% of a white Christmas. So maybe it won't be, but I do like the whiteout uniforms. I do.
Let's see. So for Christmas, areas of dense fog, high 63. So by the time kickoff, I guess, happens, it'll be cloudy early with partial clearing expected late. So it looks like there's no inclement weather in the forecast for this game.
Well,
and it's going to be warm.
Good.
Yeah, because Kelly and I have talked in like, I can't remember what the word is. Ambience? I can't remember what the word is. I guess we've talked about it a lot, that Denver does not fare well in December at Arrowhead. December or January at Arrowhead.
I don't know many people that do, though, because it gets so bitter cold.
Yep, so bitter cold.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but as of right now, Denver is a 13.5 favorite. So, but both teams are pretty banged up. I mentioned Kansas City may be without Rashid Rice. As you mentioned earlier, they may not play their guys most of the game, but I'd be surprised if they didn't play him most of the time. But it's definitely a possibility.
I know Travis Kelce said he plans to play all the games for the rest of the season, but we'll see what happens.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then Denver also has significant injuries. They have Nate Adkins that's hurt. I don't think Pat Bryant's going to make it back for this game.
I don't think he should either. with just a concussion, I think it's better to sit him out.
Absolutely. Dre Greenlaw, who ended up getting hurt on his own. He ended up getting hurt himself towards the end of that game, so I don't think he's going to end up playing. And then our starting center, Luke Wattenberg, is dealing with a shoulder injury. Yeah. Very good chance that he doesn't play either. So this is a chance for Kansas City. If they want to win this game, they have to attack the center.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I think it's Alex Forsyth would be the starter if Wattenberg can't play.
Well, and I know you mentioned Greenlaw.
Yeah, the Greenlaw one's going to be huge.
Yeah, and I just, for as much money as we paid for him, it would be nice if he could stay healthy. Or stay out of trouble. One of the two.
One of the two. Mm-hmm. Oh, gosh, that's going to be so rough. But my key matchup is RJ Harvey going against the Chiefs front seven, because if we can get our running game going, we can win this game very easily.
Yep, I think so. I think when we've gotten our run game going, regardless what quarter it is, I think we've done well.
Absolutely. And so on that note, what's your prediction for this game? So you don't have to give score. You just you pick either team winning or team losing.
Well, I definitely think we're gonna win. I give Kansas City 10, Denver 34.
Oh, that's about where I had it almost.
Oh my gosh, too funny. Too funny. Yeah.
I have it Denver 31, Kansas City 13.
There you go. Yeah. I was kind of thinking 13 for KC, but I'm like, third string, they're going to be lucky. Well, and if they don't get a doink from Butker, and if we don't get a doink from Lutz, oh my God, that poor guy. I felt so bad for him.
Yeah, that was rough. That was really rough. Yeah. And actually there was something, I'll have to send it to you on TikTok. It's like everything that has, like this season, there's been everything that had gone right for the Chiefs over the last few years now is going wrong for them. Like one of the first highlights they showed was Harrison Butker kicking the field goal, and it like went off the upright, but it didn't go in; it went out.
That was so glorious. I'm not gonna lie.
No, and I can't stand Harrison Butker, so whatever bad karma goes his way, I will fully accept it with open arms.
Same. Wholeheartedly same.
But I think that's everything for the preview. So actually I do have a few questions for you. So, well, first thing is, so Kelly and I did like a holiday wish list. So for the Denver Broncos, what are like 2 or 3 things that you're wishing for that they accomplish this season?
I mean, I'd like to see us be AFC champions. I really would.
Okay.
I would like to see offensive rookie of the year. I think not rookie. Offensive player of the year should go to Bo Nix, in my opinion. I think he got robbed of rookie of the year last year. Just my humble opinion.
Interesting. Okay.
And honestly, I just hope like our defense stays healthy. Like I feel like defenses do win championships, and so we got to capitalize on that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Without doubt. Okay, so here's another one, and we did talk. I think we talked about this briefly yesterday when we were planning this out.
Yeah.
So how did a Broncos fan? I mean, Broncos and 49ers have kind of like done well with each other. In a sense, well, because John Lynch right now is there, and so understandably. So how did a Broncos fan and a 49ers fan fall in love?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, first of all, I always joke I have standards. At least he's not a Raiders fan. But no. So I'm born and raised Colorado native. When I was 19, I moved to San Francisco Bay Area. I was out there for about 5 years before I ended up in Vegas. And he actually was my personal trainer at the gym when we met and became friends. Shortly after he left the gym, like, we stayed in touch. Like, we have a lot of the same interests: sports, baseball. He likes comic books, if you couldn't tell. And yeah, he's just a good, genuine, good person. And so when my divorce was finalized, we had kept in touch. We were friends, went out to the movies a couple of times, just made each other laugh. And he actually brought it up that he wanted to try dating. You know, and I already knew he was a Niners fan at that point. So I knew, okay, the Dodgers fan, the Niners thing helped. I'm not going to lie. If it was Dodgers and Raiders, it would have been a non-starter. But
wait, who's your baseball team?
So I am a brown paper bag Rockies fan. But I am also a St. Louis Cardinals fan. And everyone's like, you can't be a fan of two teams. Yes, you can. I was born the year the Rockies became a team.
Yes.
Little quick side note into other sports. But I was raised in a St. Louis Cardinals house as well. Like, my mom grew up watching baseball. That's how she bonded with her dad. So my grandpa immigrated from Wales and ended up in Missouri. And so he became a Cardinals fan. So my mom bonded over baseball with my grandpa, and she passed that love on to me. And then we would watch the Rockies because they're there. So I mean, another division rival, you know, with the Dodgers. But and his family, they're all pretty much Niners fans. My one sister-in-law is somehow a Cowboys fan. We still don't understand. And one of my nieces is a Raiders fan. So I tease her all the time, and she loves it.
That's fine. All right. Big question for this one. Since your hubby is a Niners fan, I did see the schedule for next year, and I should be able to check. I just gonna make sure I get my facts straight. But I'm fairly certain that Denver is traveling to San Francisco next year. So is there going to be a potential trip out to San Francisco for you guys?
So it's so funny you bring that up. Yes, we play each other about every 4 years. The last times they played each other in the regular season was actually the day we got married in 2020.
Yes. That weird random game that
where we won somehow.
Somehow, some way we won that one.
So, and it was funny because I had told him, oh my gosh, like, before we had set a date in September, whatever game the Broncos Niners ended up being, like, we gotta go. And then we set our date, and then the schedule came out, and I was like, well, that was a nice thought. So we did have it on at our reception because one of his groomsmen is also a diehard Niners fan. But yeah, no, we've talked about it. We, on our bucket list together, we want to check off all of the MLB and all of the NFL stadium.
Yes, nice.
So, yeah.
Well, how many have you crossed off your bucket list so far?
So we crossed off the Broncos. He actually proposed to me at the Broncos-Eagles game in 2021.
I think I remember that. I think I remember seeing something on Twitter about that.
It was in November. Yeah, I did post it. November. And then we have been to the Raiders Stadium here. We went last season and the season we went together. So two of the 32.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Is the Raiders Stadium shaped like an actual Roomba?
Yes. I call it a giant Roomba. It literally is, and it's so funny. Now, I will give this the Raiders. The stadium's hella cool. Like, the club level has a bunch of black and white portraits of, you know, like John Madden, Bo Jackson, like all these key Raiders players. And they really did it up. They pulled out all the stops. It just from the outside looks like a giant freaking Roomba.
All right. So it's just those two stadiums you've been to.
Just those so far. I mean, you know, we want to get out to Chicago to hopefully see his friend at some point. But the Niners, Broncos definitely are top of the list, you know, just with kids and work full time. I mean, you know, you're a teacher. He's a teacher. And then I work in the gaming industry. Sometimes football season ends up being my busiest season with all the events we have and the sales and all that fun stuff. But
absolutely,
we're getting there. We're getting there.
we're getting there. Perfect.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. So, I'm trying to think. I've had one more question, but I can't really think of it at this moment. So, and we are actually, oh my gosh, 2 hours. Look at that.
Us.
I was telling, who was I telling the other day? I was like, this is only going to be like maybe an hour episode. And like, I don't know. I can't remember the last time we've had like a straight up like hour 15 episode.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, there's just so much going on and so much stuff to talk about. Like,
yeah. Absolutely. So I guess on that note, unless you had do you have any final thoughts?
Well, I mean, the 2026 Pro Bowl selections came out for our boys. We got 6 people.
Yes. Yep. We like, I think we led with like a couple other teams with 6.
Yeah. So Bonito, Zach Allen, Quinn Manizer. I always mess up.
Quinn Minor? Yeah, I mess up on that one too. It's okay.
Minizer. I don't know.
Minerts. I think it's Minerts.
Minor. That makes sense. Yes, I always hear it, and I'm like, that's gonna stick in maybe a season or 2. Pat Surtain, of course, Garrett Bowles, and Cortland Sutton. Now, 4 of the 6, which I'm shocked Cortland Sutton wasn't named a starter, but Bonito, Manizer, Surtain, and Bowles have all been named starters. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. And then the only other thing I want to say is I really admire Alex Singleton's transparency about his cancer diagnosis and thankfully quick journey this season. I think that brings, the players' health and them being a human first before the game back into perspective for a lot of people that sometimes I think we forget as fans. Like, these guys are real humans with real lives, and thank God that they caught it when they did.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
To think it took a drug test for them to catch it.
Seriously. Like, without those, like, I know that they're annoying, but without those guys, who would have known?
Absolutely.
So,
one thing I will talk about the Pro Bowl is that I'm absolutely floored that Hufanga wasn't selected.
Yeah, I was a little bit miffed on that too because I like Hufanga a lot, but I mean, there's always next year. And to be honest, are we really wanting our boys at the Pro Bowl?
That's true. That's very true.
I mean, it's cool that they're named. It's cool that we selected them. But I think we got bigger goals.
Yeah, definitely a lot bigger goals.
For sure.
All right. And then was there something else? I think something else did pop up. No, I think that covers everything. Okay. So on that note, Britt, thank you so much. I didn't realize I was doing this. Thank you so much for joining me and helping me out on this crazy holiday season.
Oh my God.
Know Kelly would have loved to have shoot the breeze with you, but she's right now spending time with family, and I wholeheartedly respect that. And so thank you so much. And I'm glad the Incomplete podcast was your first dose of podcasting.
Yes, no, and I can't thank you enough for working with me. I'm sure some people who watch this are going to be like, what's wrong with her face? Guys, I went to the dentist today. I'm a little numbed up. I don't always look like Two-Face. So thank you again, Ty, for being patient with me to get home from the dentist and then coming on camera with half of a working face.
Well, I guess this is a good thing because I had my half day, so I was able to sort that out a little bit. And I'm like, okay, this is perfect. You go to the dentist. I'll get to eat and I'll get to write notes because the last 2 days of work have been absolutely maddening. But
I feel that. Holy cow.
I am now off work until January 5th, except for like a couple trainings. So got that going for me. But of course, and hopefully the next time Kelly's on, or maybe we'll do it, Nick. Maybe we'll do it for the 49ers game. Maybe we'll have you on and the three of us can shoot the breeze.
I would love that. Definitely anytime. I would love to hang out with you guys and talk football. I love this.
Of course. But before we go, how about you share with our 0 watchers right now? Just tell us where we can find you and if there's like any fun things that you've got planned going on.
Yeah, no, you guys can find me on TikTok and Instagram, Twitter under _fit_Britt. Ty tagged me on IN-COM-PLETE. So you can find me on social media under that name. And yeah, no, I work in the gaming industry out here in Vegas. So I work for one of the world's largest slot machine manufacturers. And I work as a sales admin. So I help support the sales team. It's a never-ending cycle of fun and craziness, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Aspiring sports psychologist. So about to get my degree, associates in psychology, and keep working towards that bachelor's, and then we'll see where life takes me. I mean, DU has a pretty stellar master's program in sports psychology. So
they sure do.
I do plan to end up back in Colorado at some point in my life. It just probably won't be anytime soon.
Yeah. And I mean, that's my goal too. I think I told someone last night, like my goal in like the next 3 to 5 years is to go out to Colorado, to live in Colorado.
Heck yeah.
And also Britt is one of my good friends as far as fitness journey is concerned. So.
Oh yes. So the Fitbit came around actually like for when I started my fitness journey 10 or 12 years ago.
Okay.
So it's been up and down as it is. I've had 2 kids since then. Slowly getting back to it. I switched jobs October of 2024.
Okay.
Lost like 20 pounds, 25 pounds. It's so funny.
Good for you.
Thank you. And honestly, all it took was a little bit more activity, cleaning up my diet a bit, but also like stress. Stress makes a difference.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, follow me there and engage. Please engage. I'm trying to be more active. So I love it.
Well, I'll be talking to you a lot more because I've got my challenge starting in the new year. So I'm going to need a lot of help.
21 days to make a habit. You got this.
Yes, absolutely.
I love it.
So I'm going to close this out since unfortunately Kelly's not here. Sadness, but she'll be back next week. That's good. That's good news. But oh gosh, let me see if I can remember her outro. All right. Oh my gosh. See, I'm used to like doing the little bits and pieces of it.
Yeah.
But, oh my gosh. Oh, as always, there we go. As always, you can follow her at I Love Talib on Twitter. You can follow me at TyFlyGuy15 on pretty much any social media for the most part. And then she also says you can find us both at the same time. Excuse me. At IN_COM_PLETE_2. Sometimes we forget this part, but we did the 2 because there are 2 of us.
I love that.
And for some reason, IN_COM_PLETE was taken. I'm not sure who took that, but I like the 2 because, of course, there's 2 of us. That's on Twitter and on Instagram. And oh gosh, what was it? Our DMs are open for challenge flags, song requests, guest requests, anything along those lines. We just ask that you stay respectful, and Kelly specifically asks that you stay clothed. I don't know if you know anything about that, but
no, please stay clothed.
Yes, always stay clothed. But if sliding into someone's DMs is not your thing, we do have an email at in_com_plete@outlook.com. And I understand this is a weird time, but we are usually live on Wednesdays. We just had to do it today because tomorrow's Christmas Eve. Yeah. I am not doing a podcast on Christmas Eve. I'm sorry for you.
No, I hear you.
I have a life, so and I don't think anyone really watch it on Christmas Eve anyways. But usually we're available. We will be available on New Year's Ve though.
There you go.
So here's actually a programmer's note. So we won't be live at our normal 9:15, 8:15, 7:15, 6:15 next week because it's New Year's Eve. So we're actually going to bump the time up a little bit. So keep an eye on Instagram and Twitter on when that time will be. We're looking more towards like the early morning, mid-afternoon for that one.
Awesome.
So of course, but usually if it's not holiday related, we're available every Wednesday, 9:15, 8:15. Sorry, 9:15 my time, 8:15 Central Time, 7:15 Mountain, which is where most of you are, and 6:15 Kelly time, and in this case, Britt's time. But we do understand if you're unable to attend at that time because usually that's like
dinner time,
or work time, or bedtime, pretty much for the most part, or school night, basically. So if you're unable to listen to us then, we still always have the audio podcast available. It's usually available 24 to, I've done a good job, 24 to 36 hours after we're done here live. And that's on Apple, Spotify, iHeart. Basically, it's wherever you get your podcasts. And my only request, whereas Kelly says stay clothed, my request is that you go rate, you go leave comments on the audio portion of the podcast. Leave a review is what I should say, because Kelly and I do love doing this. Mm-hmm. But if you don't tell us what you would like to see done, we can't help you. And I've come to know this year that we are not everyone's cup of tea because, as Kelly says, we're probably more like a shot of whiskey.
There you go. Not everyone can handle whiskey.
No. If you can't handle us, then that's not our fault, I guess. I don't know. That's on you.
Yeah.
That's on you guys. And so, with that being said, and I think I will have Britt help me with this. And until then, until next time, go Broncos.
Go Broncos.